hidden in the desolate reaches of northern Arizona, against the backdrop of red rocks that rise starkly into the skyline, and the desert that shimmers, holding its breath under the searing sun, was a small, dusty town known as Red Hollow. The people who lived in Red Hollow believed that they were the last remnants of a world forgotten by time. Everyone knew each other's secrets, or so they thought. Eli was a solitary writer in search of inspiration and shelter and had recently moved into an ancient and creaky cabin on the outskirts of town. The old wooden cabin he had rented was marinated in local legend and folklore, its only neighbors the wilderness that sprawled across huge expanses, as far as the eye could see. Despite his skepticism, Eli found himself fascinated by the tales the townspeople spun, tales of a skinwalker, a vengeful spirit that could wear the skin of man or beast, prowling the desert sands under the cover of night. One fateful evening, driven by a peculiar restlessness, Eli decided to explore the nearby hills that locals claimed were cursed. He took only his flashlight and a small, digital recorder to capture his thoughts as he walked. As twilight deepened into an oppressive night, Eli's flashlight flickered erratically. The wind whispered through the canyons, carrying with it a voice, low and guttural. It was a language he didn't understand, but the tone was unmistakably threatening. Eli paused, heart racing, as he realized his mistake in dismissing the local myths so lightly. He turned back, intending to return to the safety of his cabin, but with each step, it felt as though the desert itself was reshaping, disorienting him, steering him further from any path he recognized. The voice grew louder, a cacophony of sounds that seemed both human and animalistic, twisted into a sinister symphony. Panic clawed at Eli's chest. He started to run. Behind him, the sounds of pursuit, heavy, thudding footsteps, the snapping of twigs. Eli's flashlight revealed glimpses of a figure, a silhouette that seemed to shift, growing taller and more distorted with every fleeting glance. Then, silence. Eli stopped, breath heaving, as he scanned the darkness. The beam of his flashlight settled on a figure standing directly in front of him. It was grotesquely tall, its eyes reflecting the light like those of a predator. It spoke again, and this time Eli understood. It was his own voice that the creature mimicked back to him, repeating the last few entries he had spoken into his recorder, each word dripping with a mocking menace. Eli was frozen with horror as the creature advanced. In a flash, it was upon him, its hands cold and strong like the grip of death. Eli struggled, but the skinwalker's form shifted with horrifying agility, overpowering him with the strength of the beasts it mimicked. The struggle was brief. The desert swallowed his cries, just as it had swallowed many secrets before him. When the locals found Eli's recorder near the cabin, still running, the last entry was a chilling, looping echo of his own voice, filled with terror and confusion. His body was never recovered, leaving the people of Red Hollow to whisper about the night the desert claimed another soul, about the skinwalker who wore the guise of man and beast to claim its prey. And so, the legend grew, a tale told in hushed tones by those who knew to respect the old ways and the wilds that were not meant for men to wander.